All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Johnny D here from Bigger and Louder with the first episode of Live and Local. I am super excited today. We are celebrating a huge event in the music industry, the Top Button album release exclusive interview with 50% of Top Button. Here he is to talk about the drop of Buttonade, ladies and gentlemen. The Reverend Stone Immaculate. How you doing today, sir? Welcome to the show.
Yo, yo, yo. I'm doing well, thank you. Feeling refreshed.
Got your Buttonade over there. What flavor is that? How many flavors are in this?
This is the grapefruit non-food dye version. Some people prefer food dye. Some people prefer it without food dye. This is the crystal clear Buttonade. Grapefruit flavored.
See, that's what I appreciate because everyone will think we're drinking water.
Right. Exactly. But you're actually getting something better than water. You're getting something that's been reverse osmosified 50 times over, replenished with proteins and planktons. It's really a drink that it's better than water. It's better than water.
Anything's better than water. So tell me, was that your brainchild or that of, DJ Diana, your partner in Top Button?
Well, first and foremost, I have to say that the sole entity responsible for this product is the Roundelay Beverage Company.
Interesting. I haven't heard of them.
Oh yeah, yes, they're actually who we co-collaborated with, the Roundelay Beverage Company. It's out of New Windsor, New York. They make energy drinks and something a little extra. There's another product called Button X that we're in the works of collaborating with. Button X.
Already a follow-up.
Something a little harder than Buttonade. If you listen to the promotional album that comes with the drink, you could learn a little bit more about Button X, but maybe that's for another interview.
Well, let me tell you something. If it's anything like the album, this is going to get you moving. Because not only did I take a listen this morning and have been listening to it all day with my wife and my son and my daughter.
Oh, you have?
But we have. Especially Spocket and Tush. 2 songs, and we're going to play them for you in a minute. Give you a little sample, ladies and gentlemen. These songs, absolute bangers. You can listen to them. They're catchy. They're going to be in your head. I can smell top of the charts. Huge success. I hope to see some music videos. Are you guys planning on any music videos?
Got some music videos coming up. We've got some shows. We've got 2 more radio appearances. It's going to be a very exciting month.
I love that. So please, right now, everybody, pause our video, pause the podcast, go over to Instagram, follow them at official Top Button on Instagram. Link over to their link tree. Get on the YouTube.
Get over there,
Spotify, and follow them. The album is great. So tell me, what was the inspiration behind this? Because from what I understand, just like the drink, this has been in the lab for how long? Tell us.
This has been in the lab for about 2 years. The doctors and lawyers over at Roundelay Beverages have been going through several trials and errors, and we finally got some results about 2 months ago.
Okay. Positive results, I hope. We're not going to start glowing.
Positive
listening to the album.
The FDA approval is still pending, but we promise you that this has been tested over and over again. It's the drink is the thing has been reversed osmosified 50 times in the lab. This shit is good.
I have a bagel guy here in LA who took me on a tour. And he says, come in the back. I got to show you how my bagels are made. And he used reverse osmosis filtration. So if it's anything like those bagels, I'll tell you, it's going to be awesome. And the album, again, it's great. So 10 tracks on the album.
We got 10 tracks. there's a song for just about any occasion, for just about anyone.
What do you think is going to be the biggest hit off Buttonade?
I've got a feeling, and this is going by the control groups that we've been working with, is that Pat on the Tush is going to be a banger, because Pat on the
I
Tush.
love it.
Now you see the concept for Pat on the Tush, JD, is it's simple enough. The message is take care of yourself. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a little pat on the tush when you're feeling down.
Little pick-me-up.
Self-love, John and Yoko. I'm going back a little bit before our time, but John and Yoko, they promoted love. But we're taking it a step further with Pat on the Tush. We're promoting self-love, because that's where it begins. A little pat, give yourself a little pat on the tush.
I know usually they say give yourself a pat on the back, but I feel like now you've taken that and said, no, the job is not done yet. You give yourself a pat on the back when the job is done, Reverend. And you give yourself a pat on the tush.
That is correct.
When you need that motivation to get back out there and get the job done.
Little pat on the fanny. Get on out there. You're doing a great job. You're worth it. And you could do it.
Well, we're going to play you a quick sample from the album. We are going to give you Pat on the Tush, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are.
You're holding it down and you're all on your own. A single mother raising up a girl. But the goings is tough, and if that's not enough, it's a low-down crazy world. And you beat yourself up, and you carry the blame for the predicament that's at hand. But I think that you are so brave through and through. You need some praise, don't you understand? Don't you think you ought to give yourself a little pat on the tush?
All right. That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Mm.
That is
Gets
the
me every
most
time,
catchy
man.
thing. The most catchy thing I've heard in a while.
Gets
So
me every
I
time,
can't
yo.
wait. I can't wait to be in my car and hear it, man. I can't wait to do it. So, tell us more though. Like, where did you and DJ Diana, like, where did you guys meet? How did Top Button get formed? Like, I'm very interested in this.
Well, I'm going to take you back a little further, like I was before.
Okay.
Well, it all started on the are you familiar with the Greenwich Village scene? The Greenwich Village folk scene?
In Connecticut?
No. Greenwich, New York.
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Greenwich Village, New York City.
Oh, New York City. No, I'm not. Alphabet City. I'm not familiar.
Me and DJ Di, we actually started out as soloists, doing our own folk acts, doing our own solo folk acts on the Greenwich Village scene. We met at a open mic at a coffee shop, and DJ Di, he wrote some pretty compelling folk songs for the time, some very strong messages and very, very socially oriented songs.
Okay.
And I just wanted to learn more about this guy, so I dug a little deeper. We started talking, throwing back on ideas, and to make a long story short, we started our own folk duo under the name Skip and Dick.
Skip and Dick. So you're like one short of an "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
You could say that.
So rather a Simon and Garfunkel, if you will.
You could say that, yes.
Interesting. I will tell people that. The Reverend Stone Immaculate. You'd think like you'd cross paths in a, Baptist church or something.
Met at a coffee shop, and we just started talking about music and our interests. Went from there. We slowly evolved into a dance pop duo where we are today.
So you evolved from a Simon and Garfunkel, if you will, all the way to, how would you equate it? A LMFAO?
You could say that, yes.
So, okay, all the way.
Similar trajectory. Similar trajectory.
Dust in the Wind, party rock.
Exactly.
Is Dust in the Wind a good? Is that them?
It's okay. It doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be. Okay, it doesn't need to be. Perfect. Oh, you're funny, bro. I love you. Okay, awesome. All right, that was a great answer. I never hung out down in Greenwich Village. That's one hell of a scene, and I'm sure not short on coffee shops, but because I know that when this album goes viral and everybody's clipping pieces of Pat on the Tush for their Instagram reels and TikTok reels, because it's absolutely where I see this going immediately.
That's the trajectory.
They're going to run to get coffee at this famous place, much like we run to go get coffee at, Seinfeld shop or a Friends if they were real, so tell us, what was the name of this coffee shop?
The coffee shop was called the Muddy Hopper. It was owned by a couple.
The Muddy Hopper.
Yeah, Jack and Doris. Sweet couple.
Sounds like a couple of
they're still down there.
Bumpkins that moved to the big city.
Yeah, they're very sweet, quaint couple from Missouri that came out to the village scene sort of right when we came out too. So it was a journey. Okay. It was a journey for us and them.
So Skip and Dick, what other projects have you guys worked on before Top Button? Or you, Reverend, like what have you worked on before some of this? Give us another foray, because if I've, read my research correctly, I understand that you play a proverbial shitload of instruments. And, what was, some of the projects and what were some of the other genres that you've touched on throughout your illustrious career?
Well, some people out there, how's it going, Rick? He's watching. Some people may know me from 10 Pound Steel Suit. It was a new metal band that I was in for a long time. I played the turntables.
I'm a huge new metal guy.
Are you familiar
White
with
guy, 90s baby, you know, right? Like, well, no,
I
I'm
know
not.
you are.
Let's go.
I know you are. But do you know?
That's excellent. Okay.
Yeah. I'm also part of a symphony orchestra that I do work with out of San Diego. I help
I
them
love
I
that.
help them trans
It's
I help
the
them
San Diego Philharmonic?
Yeah, yes.
I know that. I've seen them like multiple times. Like I went
Have
to 3
you?
shows in a row one weekend.
Well, little did you know that I've been transposing all of that music. We're actually going to do do a whole orchestrated Buttonade album start to finish concert in San Diego next month.
I love that. Well, you know, me
And
being on the West Coast,
there will
I
be
will
10
be there.
pounds there will be some 10-pound steel suit songs mixed in there as well, just for the real cult followers.
I love that. Now, from what I've heard too, your first band played some pretty hard stuff, and like they're a tribute to a legendary pop duo, Sonny Bono and Cher, right after his passing. I
Oh yeah.
remember hearing about this song that shocked the East Coast. What was the name of that song, if you don't remember?
Oh, yes. That was called Sonny Bono, and it was written by
Interesting.
J- and it was a J Rock and the Pelican Boys song. It's the song that these two kids came up with. And this composer, I think his name was Henry Jenkins. He caught wind of the song and he sort of, reworked it, polished it.
I love that. Polish it up into a gem. J Rock and the Pelican Boys. That sounds like
J-Rock and the Pelican Boys.
that sounds like a garage band. Like how did we not hear of them? Like no albums over there, just a couple singles.
I hear that they have a couple of unreleased albums out on the black market.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
heard they also put together a number of videos, produced a number of videos, and no one can find these videos anywhere on the internet.
Oh, yes. There's that one video where they take a tour of the water treatment plant. The
Yes, they
municipal
went to the
water
local
treatment
water.
plant.
Yes, they remember. That's it. The
Yeah,
water
yeah.
treatment plant before they held a concert there. That's right.
There was a
Before
concert at
that
the
that
water
local
treatment
concert
plant.
at the water yeah. They need to call attention to a
I
couple
did.
issues that were surrounding the shit that was flowing downhill over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, Buttonade drops today. It has been an absolute pleasure to have the Reverend Stone Immaculate, co-founding member of Top Button. Ladies and gentlemen, follow them everywhere. Jump over to their Instagram page, jump over to their YouTube and their Spotify. Get the Buttonade album, get the Buttonade drink in stores. Reverend, it's been great to have you.
Hey, Johnny. Paisan, it was a
Yes.
pleasure.
All right, till next time. We'd love to have you back.
Blowing a kiss.
All right, everybody. This has been the first edition of Live and Local from your friends at Bigger and Louder. I'm John. Take care, everybody.